Aerosmith with Lord of the Thighs. This is for Liam, CBT guitar lesson. This is from the live 78 bootleg. You wanted from 0 seconds to 3:35, both guitar parts, and a lot of solo, but we're going to get to that at the end. I tried to separate the guitar parts. Some different delay effects, you know, some delay, chorus, reverb, phase, kind of a lot going on. He might even be using Joe Perry and echoplex in part of the solo because it's just the way it's slapping back. So when you play along with it, you may need a little bit of delay in there. A little bit tough to do exactly the way Perry's doing it. So the main rhythm here, section 1A, which really comes in at 9 seconds, they're just 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 6 times of that. So it's really 6 measures of 16th notes. 3rd fret on the A string, we're tuned standard, and you definitely want to alternate pick. So if you get lost in the counting, Liam, maybe you can accent a little harder at the beginning of each measure, because we know we're doing 6 measures. So like, just at first, you wouldn't, the goal, they're not doing that, but that might just help you get used to it. But really, they're all the same volume level. So you go through that, then we got section 1B, and that comes in at 22 seconds. Fingering, I would bar it, but there's several different routes you can go. You can use your 1st finger and bar it, your 3rd finger, you can use 2 fingers. Since you're on the 3A, it might be convenient to do the 3rd finger. And you're going to do some real tight staccato breaks in here. On the 5th fret, D and G, go down, up, down, 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 down. The final down, you're going to let it ring. So I just snap my hand right back down, and that deadens those strings. You don't have to relieve pressure here. You can, but you can get what you need just with the strumming hand. Usually I do both. I'll relieve pressure, you know. Again. Then you're back to section 1A 3 times, which is basically 3 measures of those 16th notes. You may want to end up with the 3rd finger, at least with this part, because it's hard to hear, but the next section, section 1C, 33 seconds in, you'll go, and it's not really loud, it's not dominant, it's hard to hear. 9 times is still alternate picked on the 3rd fret, leading into a B flat, which is fret 1 on the A string. So 1E and a 2E and it's actually 10 times, then go to the 1st fret. And then 3, 3, 1 on string 6, down, up, down. Okay, then section 2 at 35 seconds in. It's similar to something that was played earlier, but it's kind of like the next level. So let's break that down. I'd go 3rd finger, I put that in your tabs. 5th fret D and G, down, up, down, up, down. That final down is 3rd fret D and G. Stuff like this, Liam. I like to mute the above string in case I accidentally strum it over here, which I usually wouldn't, but if I did, it'd be muted out, right? So, especially when you're involving downs and ups, it's easy to overshoot the string. And then start it over, but end with 3, 4 on the G and B. So the chord outline is... Okay? Section 3, 48 seconds in. Lower the thumb. This is the old blues progression you probably know. 1, 3, E-A, strum. Quick rest, hit it again, and stretch your pinky to 5A. Keep this on 1E. Hit it twice. Come back to 1, 3 with the rest. do that 2 times. So it's, and then the next part in that section is little variation on the blues part. C major, 3A, and I like to bar 5th fret D, G, and B, strum those. Up to B flat, 6th string for the root, we're gonna go 6, 8, 8, 7, 2 times. Rest, move that a whole step back to A flat major, 4, 6, 6, 5. That one rings, so every other, right? Open D and G, and that's basically a G chord, and passing. Going into the blues riff again, but it's different. 1, 3, E-A, strum, rest, strum, stretch, back. So it's, you'll actually hit it twice on the way back, and then end it on the 1, 5. So then strum it on 1, 3, rest again, stretch, back twice. That sounds like this. It's cool. Lower the thumb. That's the key when you got to do those big stretches. You know, there's times people are going, and if that thumb is up here, it restricts how far you can stretch. You can't get any lower, further of a stretch with this blues riff than fret 1 and 3 because the frets are so far apart. So if you're struggling, it still might be difficult. That thumb's got to be low. All right. Section 4, we've got on the A string working down, and like I said, your fingerings are written in your tabs. 6, 6, 5, 4. Which is a A flat major, just not playing the root. I'm not hearing the root. And then a G major bar, everything 3, and then on the A string working down, 5, 5, 4. Not hearing the high E, but you can hit the high E. Strum with a rest. So it's from the D string down, 5, 3, 4. Okay, and then continuing on, it's a power chord with an octave, starting on strings 4, goes 6, 8, 9. And then we got to flip the page. It's a 5, 7, 8. So you're just moving it back a half step. So ring, rest. And then bar the 8th fret D and G, bar the 11th fret B and E. It's this. So we have, alright, bunch of repeats. Alright, the next new part comes in at 201. This is section 5A. And I labeled them like 5A, 5B because they're kind of similar sections. And I don't want to get into like section 10, 11, 12. I think it kind of works a little better this way. A little less confusing. So 201, we're dealing with an F major, 5th string for the root, fret 8, and then 10, 10, 10, D, G, and B. Sounds like this. We're going to move from that a whole step back to 6, 8, 8. The rest after that into C major. Same shapes, 3, 5, 5, 5. So it's... Do it again. 2 strums on this. And do that again. That's it for that section. Let me play just that section again. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. From there, we're going to move into section 5B. And this is what I mean by putting the A and the B. It's almost the same thing. Back to the F chord, 8, 10, 10. Or 8, 10, 10, 10 at 215. With the rest though, same thing on the E flat. And the same thing on the 3, 5. So those are quicker changes there. Into a full G major bar. Everything 3rd fret from the A string down, it's 5, 5, 4. You know this chord. Okay, more repeats. Then we have section 5C. And once again, here's why. It's very similar to stuff we've been playing. The F chord, 8A, 10, 10, 10, D through B. E flat, rest to C. That's it for that section. That's it for the primary main guitar. The rest of this, I believe, is solo. And like I said, it's tough to hear some of these solo notes because, and there's a couple parts where Perry's using a slide bar, and I believe we said just to transcribe those as notes. I hope that's what you were saying. It's only a couple tiny parts for the slide. So we back up in the song to 17 seconds in. Some of this stuff's rhythmic. This is guitar 2. We're going to go 10th fret on the D and G, vibrato. I just bar it. 8th fret, same thing. Right? So I use my thumb as an anchor to help vibrato those. And then 5th fret D and G, you're going to recognize this. Down, up, down, 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 down. Okay, and it's going to do that 2 times. They're together on it is what I'm getting at, because the first guitar does it too. So okay, then after that you'll slide up to 10 and then strum it, vibrato it. So it's and then slide to 13. So once you get there, strum it. And then 12th fret D, G, and B, you'll recognize this rhythm. Down, up, down, 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 down. Twice. Second time, no star. See what I mean? Here it is slow. Once again, I'm muting the A string with the tip of my index. I have my index angled to where it's actually muting the high E, because you don't want to go, that'll sound bad. So you can't really, it's hard to tell when you're watching someone play that they're doing that, but you'd be blown away how much fret hand and string muting is going on to keep a player's soloing and rhythms clean. So that's very, very key. So from there, 12th fret on the A and D, just vibrato, hit those 2. And we can move into page 4 at 49 seconds in. It's a F major from the bottom string up, bar 1, 1, 2, and 3. And this is pretty cool. It goes, let's see, da, 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 da. So that's over the, that's being played, well, that's Whitford, I believe, and this would be Perry. So it's, he's going from the F major to an F suspended. You'll strum. My third finger is muting the A to be safe. Strum it again. Add the pinky to 3G. Keep everything else down. Lift it off. Bring it back down. So we have, and then lift it off. Your melody is over the chord, right? Again. And the rest of this, I think, is solo. Some crazy little bits in here too. 153, we're going to go 13, 12, and 11. So it's chromatic on the B string. You're going to pick, pull, pull. 12D, or 12G, 11B. Okay, then we're going to bend the 12G. Pick the 13B 3 times, and then 12G, no bend. Now I have a floating trim. He's doing a hold. He's going, oh, it sounds flat because it's pulling the whammy down. 156, we're going to go 10G, bend. I'd use third finger on this. That's in your tabs. To 8B, and then 8 on the high E up. Here's the riff. Very cool. So bend, B, up on the high E, 11B, 8B bend. I'd alternate pick all this. 8E, and then 8, 11, 8, 8 on the B. So 10 on the G, and then 8 on the B and G, 10 on the D 3 times. Here's the whole riff. Let's try it again. From there, you're going to do 10 D and then 10 G and B. This is alternate as well. You'll go. So 10 D, 10 G, B, 10 on the D, down, up, down, up on 8 G, B. So it's a good subgroup, man. Just 10 D twice, 8 hammer to 10, pick 10. Okay, 8th fret G and B, and I got double dots on this times 4. You're gonna go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, with a quick rest after each. Solo at 222, you're gonna go 8 on the B, 11 on the B, bend, 8E, and do the bend and the 8E again. So it's a unison bend. 8th fret barred, E and B, down, up, down, up. If we played all that, maybe start the 8 with the up, and then all